So the shoot today is more about the client than the equipment. But over the equipment I used, it was a fun shoot. It was somebody new. She's new to this. She's very, very young, and nervous. You can tell right from the beginning we're there. But let me get to the gear really quick. So I use the Sony strobes. I use an umbrella, and I use this round flash. This is a nice little unit that's, I don't know, it puts out decent light. I always loved it. I did try the generic and I hated it. But then I just got the round flash. I think I got it from B&H Photo. I don't know if they have them anymore, but if they do, and this is so handy. And the light is really, really good. 99% of the time, it's just really good. This is one thing I'll never let go, because I use this on the 8100s. I use it on regular speed lights. It is just great in a pinch, and it's so small and easy to carry. I don't know, it just works. Anyway, so then I use the 60 RM Mark II, and I used it with bare mold umbrella and then the round flash unit. The next one I used was the 28 unit from Sony, just as a hair light at the end. I had to take her to a point where she was comfortable, and that was a long time. So the first outfit she came in, I'll just show you a quick picture in the beginning of the shoot of what she was wearing. So I just did some random fun shots, nothing exciting, just to help loosen her up and talk to her and get to know her a little bit, and to put her at ease, because she was a bundle of nerves. And then she has, I don't know, she has self-esteem issues that are unwarranted, but warranted for her because of her, her life and her past, and nothing traumatic as far as parents or that kind of stuff, but just stuff she goes through. The reason I don't put the audio on through most of these is because people open up a great deal during the shoot. This is almost considered a therapy session versus a shoot. And I swear that the shoot itself is sometimes more important than the photos that come after it, which I love. And, if you could just lift somebody's spirits and self-esteem just a little bit during one of these shoots, it is everything. And it really is, a greater outcome than the photos. But what I did was I made it simple for me. Again, I used the camera on auto ISO, aperture priority, flash, TTL, because I wanted to talk to her and I didn't want to think about equipment. And, constantly fiddling does not put somebody this nervous at ease. So if I just shoot, and then talk so much in between and see where she's going, like you'll see from, the first outfit, the second outfit where the video starts, and how tight she is with her body movements. It's, very, very apparent that she's closed off. And then I had to open her up. So we talked about everything from hair to life to school to my daughter to, we just ran the gamut of conversation. And we spent more time talking than we did shooting for that second outfit. Now, for somebody to come in their first outfit, their makeup was done. She had her makeup done for her. She had her first outfit on. You know that this is her key outfit because she's not used to doing this. So she's thinking, I have to come in looking like $1 million and this is my favorite outfit. So I knew I had to go back to that outfit after we went through several outfits to loosen her up and get some photos. Now, we got great photos on the second, third outfit, don't get me wrong. But when we went back to that first outfit, and it was a different girl. She had confidence, and she's still not there yet. She's already booked for a second shoot. I promise you the second shoot is going to be night and day over the first shoot. But she did spectacular considering her nerves and everything else in this first shoot. So I'm going to show you the shoot now. Oh, by the way, this is I can never remember the name of this, the lasso light reflector. This is the one that packs up tiny. I love this thing because it's so taut and it's just nice. And then I have the silver, the white, and then I have the translucent. I love it, but it does take a little bit of time to set up at a location. It's not like something you could just quickly fold and stick in your pocket, walk, and then pop open again. This has to be carried open. Otherwise, you're going to be taking, these things pop off and then, it collapses down. I'm not going to do it because I need it. But, it's not like an easy thing, but it is a really nice reflector and very well built, with the handle. And it has the 1/4, so you can put right in a stand, so you don't need an extra holder or anything. And I just have a cheap ball head. But really nice unit if you're not going to need quick up and down with it. Anyway, now let me get to the shoot. If you have any questions, leave them below. I'm trying to walk you through, the conversations and so forth and the techniques I use to get the person from the beginning to the end shots that you'll see, which you'll see a major difference at the end. Thanks for watching as always, and enjoy the shoot.
So this is one of the last shots of the first session, the first outfit that I shot her in, that she came in. And you can see it in her face. She's tight, she's a little looser, but here is her second outfit. She came right out of the dressing room, and this is her posture. She's tight, she's, closing up. And the very first shot, she goes into a pose, but you can see her arms are just glued to her side. She's not there yet. As much work as I put in the first section, she just isn't there yet. So, I'm going to keep being a photographer, explaining things to her. And remember, the more you explain to them on what you're doing, and more importantly, why you're doing it, the more it's going to help them and help them relax. Because if you just say, turn this way and move this way, and they feel awkward, it's going to be awkward in their face. You have to explain it to them in detail, what this move's going to do, how it's going to help them. If you are more interested in the end results and this person being better throughout the shoot versus just how your photo looks, it's so much better shooting someone that knows what they're doing and learns how to do it. And believe me, they will appreciate the work you put in. And you're going to appreciate the work you put in once you get the model to where they need to be, and the comfort level that they need to be in. You'll understand. It's just, it becomes smoother and easier. So now I just threw the Sony 60RM Mark II on a light stand and throwing it in an umbrella. I'm just adding this one light. The reason I don't introduce the light like this in the beginning is because, it's intimidating enough to have a camera in front of their face when this is something they've never done before. Now, you're going to see, she clams up again, her jaw is tight because I introduced a new piece of equipment. It's something new. She's nervous about it. She's, she's not used to this. So baby steps. After I take the first couple of shots, I talk to her more and then show her some photos, show her what's happening. I can show her that she's tight in her arms, she's pushing her arm against her body, her jaw is still tight, she's not loosening up. This is the steps you have to watch for and you have to go through to get them to loosen up. Now, telling them to bend their knee and to put their hand up like this is going to relax them a little bit forcefully, if you will. It's not actual forcefully, but it's forcefully. And then showing them a photo, and this is the first time she loosened up. Now, she gave herself a hug, literally, and that's my cue to go, okay, let's put her into that pose and get her to that point where she's she felt good about herself for 1 second there. Now, if I can photograph that of her feeling good about herself and show it to her, it's going to loosen her up even more. It's just human nature stuff. And I know a lot of you have issues with I can't talk to people. Listen, you talk to people every single day of your life. They may be family and friends, but you talk to them. And these people are no different than your family or friends. It's just a few visits distance between that point. I become friends with these people as quickly as I possibly can during a shoot so I can relax them and they can trust me. Now, I had her open her mouth. I said, just like open your lips and just let some air go through. Now it's relaxing the jaw. She's seeing it. I'm going to show her the photo. She's going to see what it feels like. Now, this is her next outfit. Immediately, I take a picture and show her the photo and say, okay, this is what we need to change, but not in detail. Like I say, hey, I have to do this, this, and this. You're doing fantastic. And I want them to believe that, I'm putting in more work than they are because they're doing so good. And slight movements are going to change everything about them. And these slight little, kick-ups that you have of you saying, hey, I just have to change this. Let them relax while you're changing it. Moving a light, it doesn't matter. It doesn't even have to be moved for a reason. You can put a light up and down. They won't know the difference. But you give them a chance to breathe in between this. It's like a short intermission between the nerves. Keep doing this. Keep moving forward. Watch the jawline. If they're clenching it, stop and talk for a while. Don't get too personal, but talk about something they're interested in, not what you're interested in. Don't talk about your photos and your career and your last person you shot. Like talking about the last girl you shot to a model that's in front of you is like talking about an ex-girlfriend. Just watch for their body language. Right there, she clenched up again. She had her arms wrapped and she was tight. Immediately had spread your legs. Relax, and I want you to feel powerful, because this is going to open her up. Once she opens up, beautiful pose, but again, still jawline, it's not there yet. She just hasn't unclinched. That's the other thing that I really want to make a point of, for photographers that you see on YouTube, counting down each shot, 1, 2, 3, and they shoot. And I'm talking like company reps that are hired to do this for their company do this, and it drives me insane. People have a tendency to go into a certain look when they know the photo is going to be taken. You counting it down to 1, 2, 3, click is just telling them, as soon as I get to 3, do what you normally do. Don't do that anymore. Just have them relax, discuss everything, and shoot at will. Get to know each other, get a rhythm going. It'll be so much better, I promise you. Anyway, she is starting to loosen up. Now she's standing taller. She has a longer neck. Her jaw's released. I'm like, okay, I am like almost at that point. Like I am so good right now. Now I have to convince her to go, oh, screw it. I'm just going to pose the way I want, feel good about it, and not worry about how the picture looks. That's a harder point to get to. But these little quirks in her face, these little like innuendos with her lips and so forth, this is her, this is who she is, and she's becoming relaxed. Now, I'm walking away, going to close the shade. I can't close the shade earlier in this in no way, shape, or form, because now she's going to be a dark studio. But you can see, like, she just opened up and starts talking to me. She has body language going. She is comfortable. I can close this shade at this point and get some shots that, that she came in for. And again, I'm using the one light. I'm going to switch to the 2 lights. I really love this setup, by the way. But that's coming up. You're going to love it. So now I'm not changing anything to start. I'm going to shoot a couple of shots. Again, I'm just shooting. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter what the ISO is or anything else. I just want her to be relaxed now with the lights. Again, you can see the jaw just tightened up a little bit because it's dark in there. It's, unfamiliar, but she's going to turn over so much more quickly, as you can see in this photo, because she's already used to everything. Baby steps with equipment as well. Don't just blow in 16 lights and a dark studio and everything all at once. Take it into steps. I don't care how many outfits you have to waste to get there. By the end, when you get the photos that you want, and as a client they're going to want, it is going to make such a huge difference. You can see her opening up now. She's posturing a little bit more. She has her shoulders back. Her neck is tall. She is getting to where she needs to be to bring in that first outfit. And my whole goal here is to get her to that first outfit, because this is her only first shoot. And again, she has already rebooked for a second shoot because she was comfortable enough to go, I really want to do this again. And I know I'm going to do better the next time. But if I didn't teach her anything, it wouldn't be worth it. Now, this is that round flash. I really love this thing. You're going to see the output that it does. It's great. And, to have this in your bag to be able to shoot these kind of shots just anywhere, this is fantastic. And it works great with this flash too, with the TTL. But I did switch to manual through this, and I'm going to show you because it's, it's a night and day difference. I switched over to manual. I have ISO 100 set. It's that one round flash. That's it. That's a light from one round flash. The reflector's adding a little bit, I believe, in this one, but I don't think very much if at all. I have to remember I can't even remember, and this was just 12 hours ago. Actually, no, there was no reflector in that one. I'm adding the reflector now, so I'm going to do an uplight because obviously this is a small light source from one speed light. So I'll add the reflector to add light up into her to soften the shadows just a little bit. The photos are gorgeous with this thing, and you can do this in a studio or in your garage or in a bedroom, for God's sakes, with one speed light. This is great. Anyway, that's, it's inexpensive light output. That's all there is to it. It's small and portable. It is a great kit to have. Now I'm going to introduce the hair light, which is in the back there. That's the 28. I'm just showing you how easy it is to control these Sony lights on the camera. Because when you're looking through the viewfinder or at the the back panel, like I'm doing here, you can just change the lights in a second right from the camera. You don't even touch the remote. I love that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the shoot, and thanks for watching as always.